What's going on? So yeah, I have like a pretty solid day today, even though I haven't done much. Just ate some, drank some, not bad. Do some. So yeah, today I'm really curious to try out Ghosty. Not because I particularly need a different terminal, but just because it's been a while since I've really considered my DevTools setup, and I actually really enjoy Western. And just I like Wes in general, but I've noticed a lot of people. I noticed a lot of people are using Ghosty. I don't really know much about it, but I'm curious to learn about it. And I also just really like the maintainer. Not that I know him personally, but just uh, especially as I'm getting more into Zig. I know he just donated like 300 bands to Zig, which is just crazy, and he's just insane. Like just going back on your GitHub for 16 years. HashiCorp Vagrant, like all this stuff. Like if there's somebody that you can look up to as a programmer, it's probably this guy, among others, of course. But yeah, so I'm just curious to try this out. I'll probably look into it before just instantly getting it and downloading it, because I don't really have a problem with Blister. But we're going to look at it. And then I'm going to continue on tamagotchi.nvim. Thanks to the 3 people that started this. But yeah. So there's still some things to do on tamagotchi.nvim. What is that? I kind of forgot the key. Let's see, clear, go here. Let's click just to make sure the tests still work, you know what I mean? Bleach now. Okay, so what was that? What was that warning there? Has no sprite and no default sprites found. That's tamagotchi. Using empty sprite sets. So I think that's certainly a mistake. That's certainly wrong. That's certainly wrong. Must have a corrupt cd/home rmrf tamagotchi JSON. Or I must quit this first, then rmrf, then nvim that. Now I have Ilya. Ilya еще. Cool. So yeah. There's still much to do. Namely, for 1, remove editing the buffer. For 2, I mean, there's really a lot of places we can go from here. What would I like to do now is the question. What would I like to do now is the question. One thing that certainly needs to be done eventually is tweaking the Satidian mood. They definitely decay way too quickly. And also, how's it already that low? Is it only ticking down when I open it? So now it's at 6 and 6, so we're just gonna do work for a bit and then check back on it. So, another thing to consider is writing documentation, because currently the auto-generated docs are minimalist, to say the least. Though I suppose it's really just grabbing the README more than anything else. You know what I mean? Давайте даже слушаем музыку. Let me log in. Hit a scene 2, you know what I mean? Let's get in here. Yeah, I'm really enjoying SwayVM. I remember trying it out a few. We can go back here. I remember trying SwipeVM out about a year ago, maybe maybe 10 months ago, plus or minus 2 months, and I didn't get it. I think it's because I had the base config and not the Fedora spin, which definitely makes it a bit easier. Because I really like, first of all, I really like this. It's like this overlay window that you can open on any one of your desktops, which is quite pleasant. I also like how there's no animations. Just go where you want, and you're there. Certainly nice. And everything just works okay. I kind of wasn't expecting OBS to work, especially with the auto lock, but it does. And yeah, the shortcuts are pretty intuitive. The only problem is my keyboard layout was really good set up for my last one, switching desktops. Now switching desktops, especially ones above 5, if I get to that, it's quite hard. It's like a bit of a stretch. But that's more of my skill issue, config issue. Definitely not a fault of anyone but me. So that's kind of a scheiße. So it doesn't appear like the satiety and mood are decaying when the window isn't open. Which is interesting, certainly. So, okay. Well, let's consider the designs. You know what, let me get a water. Everybody needs water. Oh wait, I already made a water. Oh, that's so greedy. Let me at least throw this away. Throw my food away. Oh, reset. So yeah, it's certain that satiety and mood are not properly decaying. So it's probably in good interests to use a more conventional setup with dev now that the project is getting kind of large. So let's do satiety and mood do not decay with window closed. I'll assign myself. This is certainly a bug. Title. Okay. Next. Improve. So I think this issue in general. So let's work on this. Let's just shut up and work on this. And not me. So Q out of here. Certainly. What's our diff right now? Ilya. Static height. So we could get checkout. Dash B. Fix Resolve to satiety, mood. And from here, we can do so. Check health to optimize NVIM. That's curious, certainly. Docker file. I mean, not worried about that right now. But I do. There's some. No daj. Tak. Must enable DRM, sure. Holy fuck. Okay, that was quite loud. Certainly understand how DRM works. What's that finna do? So one thing certainly, mood decay probability. These should be local to the pet. As should the Vim events, okay. So let's reorganize a bit. Let's reorganize the Vim events. Oh, that was already there. Tick length. The tick length goes here. Sprite update interval should go there. Agreed. Default pets. So I think that's quite good. That will fail essentially all the tests. My two of them. Because we're not in the right directory. CD back. Fails a test. Does it how much does that break? Quite a lot. Oh my god, please close, please close, please close. So we've changed the defaults, yeah. Keybind. Let's rename this to toggle. Tick length MS. Default pet ilya. Pets ilya. Update interval. The sprites. It's outside reference. Native is true. That's implied. Mood decay probability. Satiety decay probability, sure. Initial mood, initial satiety, good. And let's make the buff right pulse increment mood by. We can make them both 5. Sure. So with this changes a lot of interfaces. So let's consider a init. I wonder if I should move this to the right. Blin. Is that how I want to do it? That just feels so wrong, but probably opens up more of the screen because left aligned text, you know what I mean? Hmm. So this is gonna be, okay. Hmm. So let's set up harpoon a bit better. Let's have a knit here. Let's have config on the 2, head on the 3. I think I'm literally just putting what was there, to be honest. Head on the 3, window on the 4, init config. Okay, let's go back to init. Let's make this a bit bigger, you know what I mean? Let's go to what is this here? No, that's moved to the config or the plugin. Okay. We just recall when I have to leave. All right, we're gonna check out this dude. Real Fula script. It's a small embeddable scripting language inspired by Lua. Zero-based indexing. Lol. What did I like about Lua? I just feel like it's fun to write. Well, yeah, it is a hyperbole in a sense. Scheiße. Not bad. Two 2003? How old is Lua? Shout out Go with some types. FFI. Kind of curious. Shout out if def win 32. Respect. It's actually quite good. Quite impressive. $32 frames. Frame has a parent frame. Some generics. Oh. C-ish. C-ish. Ja, wie. Respect. Got an array list. Rock. Interesting. Fizz buzz. Hmm. Cool. Cool. One sec. Anyway, that was just an FFmpeg error overlaid over my file, bro. That's interesting. So yeah, there's still a lot broken now. Oh yeah, I forgot to see when I'm leaving. Mm-mm-mm. What happened? All right, so much loitering for no reason, and I still didn't even answer the freaking question I was trying to do in the beginning. I also want to get my laptop on Sway VM, but let's turn on some features. You know what I mean? First, okay. So what are we doing? We're into config. Also, I'm just ditching. At this point, I'm just ditching Ghosty. My bad. Increasing exported config isn't the best way to say that, but whatever. So before I start making a billion changes to accommodate this new thing, let's ensure that this is what I want. Window toggle keybind. So one thing is to search for window toggle key, or sorry, search for blend, search for keybind everywhere. And so this is going to be keybind is getting renamed to window toggle keybind. So now if I search keybind, is keybind, window toggle keybind. Отлично. So what else did I change? I moved a lot into the pet. And so throughout everything, so I kind of need to go to here. So one quite large change is that Vim events is now in the pet. So one thing I know that needs to happen is that this needs to be looking in the pet. So we have the loaded pet, and we have the loaded pet, right? Otherwise, we have the chosen def desired name, pet def. So we're looking at G Tamagotchi pet is what we're doing this whole time. Global Tamagotchi pet. And so yeah, at the end of this, we have G Tamagotchi pet. So then we go in here, and this is going to be for event in values. So it's not going to be the config values. It's going to be the underscore G dot Tamagotchi pet dot Vim events name. Indeed, so that's correct. And so I believe that's right. G Tamagotchi pet. So we move that to the pet. What are some other things we moved to the pet? We moved the decay. So let's look everywhere for decay. So config is the file we're in now, so that's fine. Let's go to decay. Config spec. So certainly we need to edit the tests, but so here, currently pet update, grab decay probabilities from config. Instead, this would just be pet dot move decay probability. Undefined, perhaps self dot satiety decay probability. Satiety decay probability. So that's not auto completing. Interestingly, so pet update. So satiety. So let me remind myself that we're looking here. We're going to pet. Satiety. So let's go to decay probability. I'm curious why mood increased, but not satiety. Okay, so let's just get a test right now. So we have an error in pet spec. Let's find that. The logging is quite annoying. I guess it's because I'm in verbose mode. Not even because I'm in verbose mode. So certainly this will be bugged, and we have a kind of cursed flow representation. Well, what failed again? Error was the test number what? Attempted to compare a number with nil on pet 128. Let's find that. Sorry, 128. Self mood decay probability is no. Curious. So mood decay probability. This is likely a cd/home error. OS arm-rf comma. Gonna need to quit there. Remove there. And then here. Even then that was a test, so that shouldn't work. That shouldn't break. So it certainly doesn't appear to be nil here, so it's likely a matter of the pet spec initializing it wrong. I'd expect That's satiety. So yeah, it's not going to be working with the defaults pet initialization. What failed? 143. Because the pet is a satiety in a mode. So, what if we just let it inherit the defaults? So only remember pet new. How do I just create Ilya? How do I just make Ilya? So what happens when you boot it up? How do we create Ilya? It's because the name. So if there's no loaded pet, desired name is the value's default pet. Okay. So we go into the pet spec, config setup, and we'll do default, what is it, default pet is equal to Ilya. I think that's right. So we got an error on pet spec Lua. Where will that be? Pet spec, failed to update index value pet is a null value. Oh, okay, we can just do that. I don't think I was supposed to delete that. Pet Lua 128 number with null, yet again. Let's print pet here. Find pet. Show off here for find pet. It's printing a table. Yeah, I forgot. That's how that works. Hmm. Okay. Let me also multitask this by getting Sway on my laptop. Because the config is really nice. So, Oh, not bad. That's probably very annoying. All right, so where is my? Okay, it's command. Firefox. Wow, dude, this is crazy. Shout out to Fedora Sway Spin, bro. I think it's kind of cute looking. All right, so I need Proton Pass. It's quite critical. Proton Pass extension. I need Vimium extension. I need Dark Reader extension. Vimium, not on the Chrome Web Store. What the hell, no? Why am I extension Firefox? Что в черт? Bro, shout out the Asahi Linux developers. Really improving my life. I should start pursuing the project. И Proton Pass, да? Let's pin that. Let's pin that. Let's done that. Let's okay that. Let's connect that. Let's X that. Then we're gonna X this. Then I'm on Fedora start. We're gonna go extensions. Okay, remove this pocket motion. Freesh. Okay, we're going here. We're going extensions, Proton Pass, in. Now we're going sign in with Proton. Ooh. Can I one tap the login? Wow, goated. So home. So remove all this stuff. No shortcuts, no recommended stories, no weather. GitHub Mobile 68. Ладно, следующий. So the default zoom, let's go to 120. And if I command shift, it goes to 110. That's cute. Okay. Damn. Брать, я знаю, что ты... Блин. Arabian. Arabian Light. Больно. Брать, это невозможно. GitHub. Сука, блядь. Trolling me. Hyperlink? That's so based. That's so based. Где мои электричества? Как это сказать? Этому? Бу... Ладно. So yeah, Sway VM, getting Sway VM, the Fedora thing. I know somebody was shitting on it, but I'm not trying to be like a ricer too much. I just want it to be nice enough. On some like 80-20 type. Perhaps more like 70-30. So get this charging. So I need to load my Vimium config. That'll be options. That'll be restore backup. That'll be repos, requinton. Где это? Что? Я не понимаю. Requinton. What the? Dot files. Manual Vimium options, Jason. Alright, so I need to rebind caps lock to escape. Sway VM bind caps lock to escape. So now it's Control C, Control V. Dude, how do you? I just want to map my keys, bro. It's not that deep. My sway config, info type keyboard, caps escape. And so let's go to 2. Let's get what do I want? I want Western. So let's go cd configs. What is it? Dot config. So sway. CD sway? No. Where is my sway config? Okay, etc sway config. So cat
slash etc slash sway slash config. There we go. So we're gonna go into here. We're gonna ls, we're gonna cd dot files. No, we're not. We're gonna cd back. We're gonna cd root. Okay. Then we're gonna touch. What are we touching? We're touching config, sway, config. No such directory. I wish touch just made the intermediate directory. So we're gonna cd.config. We're gonna make their sway, cd sway, touch config, nvim config. Then we're also going to nvim slash etc slash sway slash config. We're gonna Y to the bottom, switch terminal tabs. We're gonna go here, copy it here, here, here. Okay. Then we're going to go back, copy this macro or command, whatever you want to call it. See if we can put it near something else with the keyboard. Key bindings. Let's go down to key bindings. Bindings. And we'll put this in here. Swap escape. So what if I want to swap control and command? Sway VM. Swap control and command. So that's saved. Then you go Command Shift E. No, Command Shift C. Sorry. So that worked. Awesome. Okay, that's dope. Linux, Fedora, swap, control, and command. Not GNOME tweaks though. So we need to find this API. XKB options. Swap control win. Control is mapped to win keys. Is there a swap control win? Swap control win. Oh yes, swap L win L control. I think that's it right there. You know what I mean? Input type keyboard. Then we're XKB optionings. Then we're doing control. What is it? Swap L win L control. I believe that's correct. We're gonna W that. We're gonna Command Shift C that. It works. Отлично. Oh wow, that's beautiful. That's cute. All right, that's dope. That's awesome. CD repos. That's perfect. Oh, that's perfect. Scheiße. I quit this. We're gonna get out of there. Cube, quit. Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. It's very well. Very nice. I'd call that great. So yeah, okay, that was very easy. Shout out Sway VM, bro. Uh, D. Oh, shout out Sway, bro. All right, so back to previous programming. Where'd I leave off? So we have an error. Init Lua, bad argument to L pairs, to I pairs. 44, init Lua 44. Oh, I didn't mean to open that. I really didn't mean to open that. Okay, so we gotta get to the stack trace. Init Lua 44. Init Lua 44 is very bugged. Tamagotchi pet Vimigants. Really? It wants a table. This is currently in. I'm surprised to hear that. Could it be related to Tamagotchi JSON being bugged? Potentially, let's cat it. Okay. So how could this be nil? Because if it's loaded, we load it. So let's print loaded pet here. Let's exit here. Let's RM here. Let's go back here. So no errors. Didn't load. Then if we queue out, nvim, loaded the pet, and we're bugged. So yeah, when it's loading, it's not working. Otherwise, it works perfect. Starts at 80. Okay, so let's go to toggle. So let's go to init. So when we're loading it, we're doing g tamagotchi pet is equal to loaded pet. And so when we load the pet, console load here, file path, pet is new from the data. And if not status or type data, table. If not status or type of data, it's not table. Then return no and end. So I believe we're still returning data. Data is JSON decode of the content. So the pet. So it really should save everything. Okay. Self.toTable. So toTable should save almost everything in reality. So I'm going to see if Jippity is aware of a simpler tactic that doesn't involve. How did I just mispressed something certainly. Мы вернемся. Такой. И даже сейчас я не говорю правильно по-русски. Правильно. So pairs of self is what I was not immediately knowing. So theoretically now WQ, RM Tamagotchi, NVIM here, совершенный, and here back совершенный. Awesome. Okay, so let's get a test check. Escape. Still failing some tests, so let's consult those. Namely pet spec blue. 143 that was. And so pet update randomness should not increase attributes. That is very curious. The attributes are in fact increasing. No, they're erroring. They're erroring, not increasing. So I'm not really seeing an error. Is it case sensitive? It is case sensitive. So what direction is this going in? It says error with no elaboration on what the error is. Okay. So what if we boosted test pet spec? Dash verbose. Attempt to compare a number with null, 127. So yeah, I wanted this to my goal is that this would just pull Ilya. So I'm a bit confused because that's what happens when you call setup yourself. So yeah, I don't immediately understand that. So when you call setup, it's claiming that here we're comparing mood decay probability. So self, the pet, mood decay probability. Oh, must I? This is kind of like a band-aid solution in a sense. But I think we must just be satisfied with that. Now config spec Lua 20, yeah, certainly. So Ilya has a lot more attributes. What are they? It's probably easy. It's kind of just backtracking through the thing. So you have your Vim events. How useful is this test? I'm gonna remove this.
because it doesn't really say anything. It's just a pain to maintain and nothing else. So what I do, git commit dash n, make some configs local to the pet, certainly changing the interface. So rebase. Get pull origin name. What else would I do? I'm just surprised to see that, but yeah, I just wanted to read me. Hey, we got a star. Just copped a star on Punt Engine. Shout out Cameron, bro. Oh wait, that's dope. No, shout out Cameron. I need to update this image. Labna. Ooh, a Zig OS kernel. OS dev wikis bare bones. Okay. Okay, this guy's legit, bro. Live. Nah, shout out this dude, bro. Vimeo? Streaming on Vimeo is crazy. And Knarkzels. Hello World OS. Okay. Hello World OS is curious. Is this using, I was about to say, what is the bootloader setup? Multi-boot. I don't really understand what multi-boot. That's a bit above me right now. Console graphics. I like this guy's website setup. Got all the default terminal colors. Shout out. That's pretty cool. Hmm. Haskell static site generator. У него веб-сайт есть. Nah, advent of code and Elixir is so based. Oh wow. Tree sitter for LC 2200 assembly. That's kind of dope. I was actually thinking OGs will remember me considering writing this for the LC3. Uh, not tree sitter, but more just an LSP. But I just didn't care. CLI podcast clients. What's a podcast client? RSS. I know nothing of that. Be curious. Mail CTO. What's he working on recently? Some privates.
Dot files, OGVim. You have a star there. Kitty, okay. Tmux, okay. I've never really gotten into Tmux. There's what is Tmux? Yeah, I don't really like doing this. I just like having tabs. I don't see the appeal of that when I could just do this. Ah, okay. I see it for IRC. Okay, that's kind of smart talking about IRC. Okay, that makes sense. I thought people were just using it to just have tabs in a terminal. It's like, what emulator are you using? That makes sense. You can start a tmux section. Programs running on tmux will continue to run even if you get disconnected. Do tmux sessions persist after a reboot? That'd be insane. If you quit terminal. You can save them to. That's crazy. What? I mean, certainly you're not getting the request from your IC client, but that's still quite curious that they just resurrect. That's kind of cool. Yeah, I definitely see the util of that. I didn't realize that's how it works. So I'm gonna have to nuke the README, which just kind of aids. At which points, blame. All right. It's also way easier to, because I know GitHub has some like proprietary. If we go to JA, no, it's I meant KA. Shut up, shut up, KA. All right, so ладно. И даже на теле мне надо что-то.
Ну, это был 11 месяцев назад. Блин. Ровно 7, что это значит? Кто это такой? 5 лет назад. Ну ладно, это не важно, по-моему. Alright, so yeah, it is kind of quite a bad practice to have this out of sync with the actual interface, just because on the occasion that one person does want to use this, they're gonna get fucked, so um let's just let's just get Jippy to brute force this, honestly. My little doc writer. So okay. Update this part of the docs. Match the new interface. Please. And the new interface would be in config, that's 2. Doc, m defaults. I'd also like to try to get another set of sprites. After this, I'll ask for another set of sprites, and then we can have another default. So I need to leave it around 230. It's 1. Chill. I think that's solid. I think it's fine to style them inline, yeah. Kitty sprites. Yeah. Should probably have a thing for the default pets. Like a table, perhaps. Okay, so I anticipate this is correct. Tickling the sprite update interval. One thing is the sprite update interval. I don't recall editing that sprite update interval. The sprite interval. Oh yeah, okay, I did. I think we're largely fine there. So, why I went to resize on accident. So go back to the README. In this configuration, I think I actually want the whole setup here. P. No, I actually don't want that setup. Okay. Shift P it. Toggles tamagotchi window. Did I even paste it? Am I tweaking? E. Oh my god. I keep just I accidentally yanked the. Frick me. Okay. Copy. So this includes just the text in the middle. E. Toggles the Tamagotchi window. So let's be more explicit. The tamagotchi.nvim window. Overlay, perhaps better. And everybody knows what MS is. Inverse of refresh rate in milliseconds. Default pet, so even though I'm trying to troll my friend Mitchell, let's just put E at them. Name of the pet, default pet here. Name of the pet to perhaps render on startup. Name of the pet to load on startup, I think is fine. And you can also have a define non-default, define foreign pets. Find foreign pets here. A list of native pets can be found at https://github.com/
Quentin slash tamagotchi.nvim slash readme. How would I link to that? If I wanted to link to here, readme OV file configuration, except it would be def, so, how would it link if there was a space? It's a question to be asked. Dfu have a readme OV file configuration. So let's just call it. It'll probably be default dash pets, yeah. Let's copy this. HTTPS, get up the camera constant file configuration instead of configuration. Default pets. Perhaps native pets to keep the same verbiage. Pets. List of native pets. And then for line length, let's go colon. HTTPS get up column or Quentin, tamagotchi.nvim native pets, and so that's solid. If you want to add a pet, namely Mitchell, you can do sprite update interval. Do that, sprite's happy, hungry, neutral. Be added here. Your config's pets list will be merged with the native one. So I think that's sufficient. Soon multiple pets, so that's coming perhaps right now even. Git commit update readme to reflect config API change. Push that. Just set stream origin to sure. And just to also like decrease the commits and the diffs and such. So to fix satiety mode. Ah, I didn't even fix that. Alright, we should just continue here and actually fix satiety and mood. So satiety and mood don't actually tick when the plugin is closed. So why would that be? Let's look at. Is that accurate? Yes, this has been alive for 20. Well, is that true? Because every time the plugin isn't closed, I'm also saving a ton of buffers and yanking stuff. So we should more formally verify this by just going into a thing. So we're at 9. Perhaps it'd be convenient to go to, what is it, update. This is pet update. Let's set this to like -5. And just sit here. So tick 10 ticks a second, 2% probability, -5. Probably take a few minutes. Let's also here What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was waiting on them. I'd also like to visit the Lightborn source, perhaps learn a thing about Bevy. I'm joining the game dev club. Nani? I don't like me. Eat that. Alright, so I certainly think it should have decayed a bit. Oh, no decay at all. And as I open it, it starts decaying. Yeah, that's definitely curious. This song is horrid. Okay, so it's certainly only decaying when it's open, which is curious. Pet, I believe that's pet update, yeah? Pet update. So where's this referenced? Nowhere. Huh? No way. Pet update. Hmm. So let's add a part to this function. Print pet updated. And in the laziest fashion possible, just so we can tell when it's actually printed. We should just do that. Pet updated. So it's updated, and now it's updating a lot. Close it, stops. Updating a lot, stops. Updating a lot, stops. Updating, 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 stops. So I'd be curious to see why we're closing the event loop. So there's two ways to do this. You can. I think the smarter way to do this is instead of just constantly ticking in the background, which is kind of aids considering our tick rate is 10 times a second. I'm not sure that's negligible enough. We could do. Hmm. All right. Let me let me write about this. So society and mood do not decay with limit goes. So currently pet update is only currently the loop calling pet update only ticks with the overlay open. Dumb fix is to somehow persist the timer with the window closed. Better is to save the and on open. Note you need to become aware of when the given session started, but the overlay isn't open to start ticking. There should also be. Okay, so we need to kind of start cache saving the decay, right? But I feel like it should decay faster when you're on. I feel like that's just a bit more ergonomic. Or a bit more interesting at least. I think it's a bit more interesting. So perhaps very cached. Also on NeoVim startup, calculate and apply a long-term decay. Perhaps store the timestamp of last save on next and on next load. Apply some amount of decay, but with a minimum. So you don't load up and the pet is completely starved just because you left for a few months. Perhaps so. So what do I want to see here?
Ну, что? Oh, what the heck? What the frick, dude? Magnus Carlsen just got married. That's crazy. Блин, ладно. Хорошо, я вижу. Я тебя вижу, брат. Секунду. Плюс Извини. Плюс $50. Alright. So I think I describe what I'm trying to do here. I am talking to myself after all. On two axes. That's been like that for a while. Секундочку еще. Просто что-то мало, как знаешь. Как говорится, Rasti mnie swojną, nie raz na wielkie. All right. Main thread warning, couldn't map window, tulip warning. Oh, wow. It's the Firefox warnings printing on top. That's curious. Okay, so what's the current diff? Yeah, we can just put that print pet updates it. So what we need to do How do you do this? Oh. Okay, so let me refer back to this. On load. So let me resume this. So that is the thing. We are calculating the on a load. So what should come first, the load or the save? What occurs first? Technically, the load is attempted, failed, and then the save occurs first. So they kind of both occur first based on perspective. I don't think it matters too much because we'll probably have to do load save and then back to load or save, load back to save. So on load, what do we do on load? Find elapsed time since last save. Generate random num. Let's just set the floor at 2. Call helper that logarithmically decays attributes. What is that? Interesting. That logarithmically decays attributes per as a fun elapsed. Set a minimum. So attribute equals min 1. I think it's better design to not just have the pets at 0, 0 on boot. Is that it? I think that is that lucky it on save. Do you even need to do anything on save? There was something in my brain that was 2 different. Oh, okay, so on open. On open. If there's a save, do the same thing we did in load above. And start ticking based on the NeoVim open part. On close. So is there anything I need to do on close that's different? I don't believe so. Nor save. So it's really just because if I recall, we saved the entire state, yeah? Save the initial satiety, the sprites, all the sprites, birth time, the name, tick, last state. Ah, So that's even kind of cool. Sprite indices, the Vim events, the mood increment, and then we have the mood. This is alphabetized, and that's why we have mood, satiety, and such. Okay. So we have the last mood and satiety. We need to save the last save timestamp. Yes. So I forget, does window close call save? Hmm. Window close does not call save. And it shouldn't. It is merely application close that should call save. On leave, Tamagotchi pet save. Yeah, so on save. On save. Update pet last save timestamp. So elapsed time is equal to vim dot get now or whatever. Get now. What is it? It's just vim dot date dot get now minus pet dot last save timestamp. Call helper, the offshoot gives function of elapsed time. Should min time helper. Better design, I thought that says reboot. Yeah. On open, if there's a save, do the same thing we did in mode above, certainly. Start ticking based on the NeoVim open part. Start ticking based on the NeoVim open. Huh? What does that mean? What was it? What is this? If there's a save, do something, do the same thing we did in load. Yeah. Start ticking it. Start ticking. Start refresh loop. So then the refresh loop doesn't start on load, it starts on open. So that's just move. Because you can't load without having the open, yeah? Believe so. So that sounds good to me. Hmm. Start the refresh loop. All right, well, shut up and start coding this, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna start from the save perspective. So or is it close? It's on save. So this is pet save. Pet save, so we need to have a new pet attribute. Namely, for use in calculating decay retroactively. And the open close thing, that's what I forgot. You don't start the refresh loop on bowling. You don't start the refresh loop on open. I think you consider that a save. On close. So on save, on close. So this function that, so on load, on open, on load, effectively. So that's the tactic. Okay, so yeah, I believe that makes sense. So what I was looking for here, for use in calculating decay retroactively. This will be saved on window close and NVIM close. When window opens, we take we take now minus last save. Also allows us so O dot last save time stamp. We're gonna use time because it's O dot last save time or I think that's fine. So we can go ahead and implement the on save and on. So the self2 table which encodes everything. So if we go to save here, wrong file entirely. Okay. So you want to set self.last save time. So you go to vim dot, oh, what is it? What is it? It's vim loop now. Vim loop now. Okay. And then on load, pet new from data. So this grabs all the data. Fly retroactive decay based on last save time. So we can do So do we have a pet at this point? Local loaded pet is equal to here. And we're gonna return pet apply retroactive decay of loaded pet. So that means we need a local function pet apply retroactive decay. Local function can only use identifiers as a name. But I want self. So we just won't localize it. Ah, okay, I see the problem. Self loaded pet of this. Is that what I want? What do I want? I think it's this that I want, yeah. So apply retroactive decay. Looks at pet last save time to decrement satiety and mood. So let's see what Jupyter can do here. In terms of like a nice logarithmic. So that's already been done. Load. Is this not done automatically? P-quad JSON decode. Return paths.
So local current time. So let's just rename this to now. It's my taste. So this is certain to exist. But whatever. Calculate elapsed time in seconds since last save. Oh, logarithmic k from here. Yeah, it is max. Oh my god, I'm dumb. I said the min of 10, I'm cooked. That's not how this should work. Because you haven't saved anything. What have you saved here? That makes no sense. And I'm hot again. What's the temperature? The weather, I mean, 39.
So yeah, I don't really agree with this. This is called on load. And you can't load without saving, because you'll... So, honestly, frick Jibbity. Elapsed time. So on load is this calculated. In effect, via apply retroactive decay. And on window open as well. I agree with that. On window open, you should really just load the pet, honestly. Entirely. You know what I mean? So Lua, Tamagotchi. What do you load? So it even calls load on setup. And setup. What's the difference in setup is what I... Yeah, I think that's actually right. Call load on setup. If loaded pet. Okay, yeah, so I think it's already implied. What is open? Open is... Oh yeah, so open is the special case. So on open, if not pet, then you're cooked. And you start the refresh loop. So do you have the pet at this point? Yes, you do. So you should call pets. Apply retroactive declare. Right? Perhaps dots. And it takes self. Where was I? Was in window. Go to last insert. Go to last insert just does never work. By retroactive decay. I believe that's correct. So on open and load, we do... This is done in this. That's done. I think that works. So I don't think I was supposed to make a new pet there. It's making a new pet every time. So the cop out. That's low risk, low reward tactic is to RM. Ooh, that's dangerous. 0 sec, 1 sec, 2 sec, 4 sec, 5 sec. Alright, so let's just let it wait for a second. It was at 7-7, so just let it do its thing. Meanwhile, we can, or I guess we shouldn't have one. Fact. Yeah. So it didn't apply any retroactive decay. Ah, that's the thing. Retroactive decay applied based on open should be time since the last open. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I also need to leave in like 30 minutes. So yeah, I was simplifying it a bit too much. You can't just apply retroactive decay based on the last timestamp and consider saves and loads the same thing. Okay. Saves and closes the same thing. Got about time to go anyways, but That's interesting. No satiety, no mode. That's interesting. So on window reload, it's still mining it. I didn't consider that. Yes. Was it decaying very fast? Well, klassisches Bremen, ja. Bremen, ja. Okay, so that's a pretty easy fix though. Wait, why is last save time and last save timestamp two different things? So we need to have the last save time and the last close time. Time since last pet save. So there's a save and there's a close. Huh. Save, closes window. Window close. So the window close is linear, whereas the NeoVim close is logarithmic. Indeed. Last save time, right? The last save time.
So load is a file load. By linear retroactive. That's such a horrible name. That's such a trash name. Oh my god. On m.close. So you need to close a pet. Then when you do multiple, you're gonna have to close all pets. So close should take a pet. So you need to save it too. Oh. Gonna have to save it to the file. Which is this, pet save. So if we just generically do that, and you look at the references of pet save, which grab, save. So you can your pet save. File path. Yes, you can specify a file path or not. And I'll save it there. Save on exit. So I should probably have a function pet store. Which actually does this part. And then we don't need these functions anymore. Yeah, that's good. So store does this. Scoomy. Store does this. Take a file path and do that. This does this. Okay. Pet save.
Unopen. So when you open it, so this is a window open, so you can do. What am I trying to do? So mood, pet, set, mood. So I'm gonna need a set mood, and it's gonna be new mood. New mood is equal to pet dot get mood. So the current mood minus the time difference. So these are all local. Time elapsed. Time since last. Time elapsed. Vim dot loop dot now minus pet dot time since window closed. Make sure that's what I called that. Yeah, it should be less Vim close time, last window close time. Okay, so I think that's right. Let's look at load and save. So save on Vim close. Last Vim close time is now. Last window close time is now. Store it and load. So on load, we're gonna just inline this effectively. So you have the loaded pet. We're gonna mutate a bit of it. So this is gonna be pet. And it certainly has one, so I don't think that's a problem. Seconds elapsed since last save. Yeah, just simplify to seconds. I was recommend to this pet. We do macro QA, self, enter via word. B, I, pet. So at a, two at a, okay. So I just return pet, yeah. Cool. I think that's load. Wait, did I? Let me go back to that.
Did I ensure the right last save time? No, so this is not right. Last, so this is load, so this is last vim for this time. Okay. And if we go to window on open, so you got to do the same thing. So let me remember the mood decay probability, the sprite. So you're gonna need the tick length. So let's just copy this for reference. We're going to window. So here, we're just gonna put that there. So we're gonna delete that in a second, but just for context, we have that there. Okay, so time elapsed. What the ow. It just breaks my go-to insert. Breaks everything. Now I have no idea where it was. Open. Okay, so time elapsed. Vim. So the time elapsed. So that's the amount of time that elapsed. So how do we usually apply decay on the pet? So that's pet update. And this is called every tick length. So you multiply why is my last insert at the top of the file, dude? Just don't get it. So it's going to be this amount of time. It's going to be time elapsed times, so in other words, divided by config dot tick length ms. So local ticks sense local ticks with decay mood is equal to ticks sense times pet dot mood decay probability. Ticks with decay satiety decay probability. New mood is get mood minus local mood decrement. First, I'm going to look up operands in subtraction. Subtrahend is equal to ticks with decay mood times pet dot, what is that? Pet, the attribute is, so I don't think I have attribute that. Vim events, mood decrement, so should be in the pet update function. Update. Self mood 1, so currently it's just locked to 1. mood subtrahend, have the satiety subtrahend. What am I pressing to do that? And it ruins my, don't get it at all. Get mood. I think that's right. Head is no on window. Oh, yeah. Not refresh time to close. This is M dot close. Config not found. Oh yeah. Time since window close. So no. That's in window 181. Time since window close. I'm gonna pet times dot. Okay. Yeah, so it's last Vim close time. Yeah, time since is not right. Tick length MS in window Lua. Is that not a part of config? Dot values. Local self pet Lua 75. Hmm. Bad argument 2 min. Pet Lua 77. So looks like value is nil. Window set mood. This was nil. So something there was nil. I gotta leave though. So see you guys.